Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are, new project day, the Rolife 3D puzzle creation set Sakura Treehouse. Sort of saw this one, and yeah, I've been on a Treehouse kick last year or so, I guess. I think this is the third or fourth one I've done. Should be, I think, fairly straightforward. What we got here, a couple of ratings on the front. Usually they give it like how many difficulty rating on it. Let's see. Nothing on this one. I guess we'll find out as we go along. Or I'm not looking at it in the right place. But let's say it looked like a fun little model when I picked it up, so I think we'll enjoy it. But let's pop it open and see what we got into. As I tell you, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You can see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having some fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. I actually think somebody did recommend this one. So, you know, so I wasn't the only one that saw it and thought it was cool. Let's see what we're into here. Usually Rolife is pretty high quality as far as their instructions and building, so I'm looking for this to be a pretty fun and enjoyable build. Got our packet of pieces, our hazardous materials warning sheets. That's something I've noticed they've been putting in lately. There's a key to reading all the instructions as they come in. And then a big chunker of a instruction book. That's what I mean that way. It's not very thick. Well, it actually is fairly thick. Boy, how many pages is this one? 49, 50 pages. The last one's just an illustration. The first one's always like a little inventory too. Standard Rolife stuff. Oh, they don't have the... Usually they put an inventory at the beginning of each page, so you know, each picture, so you know which pieces you pick up. So that's one of my favorite features about a Rolife Rocker Robo-Time products. Got a bunch of little white dots. They may be two-sided tape glue. Got some brass tacks, a piece of wire, piece of string, and that is all she wrote. Let's pop open our packet of pieces and see what we got in the way of materials. Okay, so put my knife down underneath all this other stuff. Let's see here. Okay, a little piece of sandpaper, some cherry blossom stickers. I don't know if you can show up, but they are individual stickers there. And cardstock branches. And then we're into our wooden bits. Gotta start with D, go to K. And this is, okay, more cardstock. Almost cardboard. It's right there at that edge. Cardboard cardstock. It's some thick cardstock. There's more cherry blossoms. And C and F. Even more cardstock. Okay. It's got sort of a, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. It's got sort of a metallic sheen to it. That's cool. I don't think I've seen that. Some kind of, not quite, I wouldn't call it prismatic, but it's definitely got a sort of, it's got some kind of coating on it to sort of get a sort of different color scheme. Does this one have it too? Yeah, that one had it too. Sort of almost like a pearl coat, I'd call it almost. And then back to wooden pieces. Maybe that's why they kept them separated, the pearl coat type stuff. Alright. branches. Alright. Another, take a little closer look at our instruction manual here, and then we'll hop on into getting going. Okay, now this one did no inventory on this one, just a little sheet of instruction or little assembly tips. And then we got, okay, yeah, those little white dots are double-sided tape there to put our, just to, okay, mount our cards or cardstock onto our branches. It appears. Okay, that ought to work pretty good. I'll give it a go before I might end up switching over to glue, because I tend to like the glue better, just a little bit simpler to use. And you know, it jumps right in to building. Yeah, looks like going right on along there. But, you know, good pictures, good clean printing. Instructions are always, I say, Rolife and Rocker and Roll Time, their instructions are almost always really good, so I'm not too worried about following them, because they're, like I say, they do a good job. But I'm going to pull the first few steps and we will get going on this thing. Be right back with that. Okay, here we go. Starting right in with our tree and some of our cherry blossoms. And I was correct, these little dots are two-sided tape, so we'll see how that goes, and see if we move on to glue when and where. Let's see, make sure I'm oriented correctly. I think actually I'm starting putting things on the back here. Okay, but it says we start with this guy. I'm putting 3 dots on it here, here, and there. So let's see how these dots work. Actually, even though it's a big piece, I think we can go in tight. Okay, it appears I got some stickum on it. It's always, the issue I had with the other ones was getting the glue to come off with it. Sometimes I'd peel it and stay in place. Okay, got you. Tweezers out, because I don't think I... There. And okay, if I can get them to cooperate with me like that, maybe I can just do it straight from, make sure I get it on the right place. There. Now the back is supposed to be, that's not sharp enough to, if I can pop these guys off. This may not be sharp enough. Okay, there it goes. Okay. See, this will be the part that makes me not want to use this stuff. Okay. I'm not sharp enough either, so I'll put it away. Bring out the old X-Acto knife, see if I can get him under there with this. Okay. Looks like that's going to be the play. If I can not jab myself with it, I'll like it even better. What I think I'm going to do, it says you don't have to glue, but I'm going to still get out the old B7000, throw a couple of dots on just to reinforce the stuff, 'cause the white section is supposed to be behind branches here. So this supposed to go up top here, And okay, so it's lined up. The silhouettes should line up. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. That's good. Press down. Let's say hopefully that two-sided, the dots will help hold it in place, and then the glue will reinforce it. Okay. I've still got 3 more to go. So, and you get, there you go. Here. And then the next one. Here. Alright. Now, do a test fit on this one before I pull the glue off. It's supposed to be like so on that one. Okay, back to, oop, take the glues off. Now, just a couple of dabs. One down here. There. A little bit lower there. All right. I think it moved when I set it down. These are okay. Okay, now that's better, a little better. These guys, okay, just got the one white section on it. Looks like, but we're not doing that one yet. We're doing this guy. This says 2, but I'm just going to do 1 and put glue for the other side because it doesn't look like we got much surface area here to play with. Let's do 1 up there. I've got dotted glue on the bottom half. Where did you go? You're going. Forgot to test fit that one before I put it on, but get into that rhythm pretty quick, I hope. Goes up here. Okay. Now, 2 left. Maybe they're on the other side. Yep, that's what it is. We're going front side with these guys. Yes, our little guy goes on here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so that little Y is supposed to match up right there. And I think I'm just going to breakdown go right into the... I'm already getting tired of peeling the... I'll spread that thin enough it'll stick quick. Okay, and this guy got another Y here. You go. Where do you go? Here. This one. Like so. Yeah. Okay, so just... Alright. Yeah, I definitely like that better than doing the tape, or whatever you want to call this stuff. Okay, now, well, that's hopefully getting set up there. Get to put some pieces in. And they're all, pieces are all labeled and the holes are all labeled, so that does make it a good bit easier. Okay, so problem is finding H1. There you are. Going in. There it goes. And 2. With all the studs going outwards. 3. I've got my idea of where I want to get to tonight. As they are prone to do, if you've watched any of my other videos on Rolife and Rocker, they're prone to be sort of random with their steps. They sort of do their own thing with it, so I just go by page numbers when I do theirs. We're on to page 4 now, and I'm hoping to get to page 9, so it'll be, should be doable. Let's see here, so then 7. Once again, the little studs go to the outside here. Not sure what's going to end up on them, but we'll find out soon enough. Probably. Within a day or two, anyway. Okay. So we got, I don't know if there's going to be steps or we're going to build branches or tree trunk off of that, but there those are. And now, actually, get to move. I think we're moving. Oh yeah, we are. Moving to the other side. A lot of the same situation. Got some extra pieces yet, but it's more of these doodads. And same thing, got all numbered again. It's just the right at the top of 17, 18. Let's do 12. I'll just go side to side. I guess I could do the narration inside my head. Don't have to. Y'all can see where I'm going with it. Alright, so we got those, whatever they're going to end up being, front and back there. Our glue seems to be holding things in place pretty good there. And nothing falling off yet. Excuse me. Now we're staying on the back, what I'm calling the back side now. And then 42, which is this one, goes in here. And moving on to 5. And go back to the front side. And this guy goes here. And this going straight through to lock it onto. That gives us a, so here all the way in. And that on top there. And that feels okay. Well, got to go all the way in. It was a little loosey-goosey there, but it tightened up. I want to get all the way in. And you are going to be make our sign up first. We go print it on one side, so I'll make sure I get it facing the right way. And there. There. So the same situation, you 2 through here. And then this thing on those. Okay. Seems like everything's pretty well sticking good, so that's good. Okay, gonna set you aside for a moment. Let you stand up out of the way. Did I? Oh, wait a second, I think I missed a piece. Yeah, I missed a big old piece. I just got so excited about putting those steps in, I forgot this guy. But yeah, these little pieces go on this guy, so we're not gonna. So got there, there, go there. Yeah. Wanting to match up there. Oh, okay, we got the wrong side. Yeah, there we go. Like so, and then you. Let's say with our little texture to tell us which way is up, and there's our. Yeah, you go. There. All right. Simple enough, I hope. Just a little bit on each one. Spread it in so it'll stick quicker. Okay. Now click on you. Go. Try and do a better job on this one. All right. Now. Much easier if I'd done this before. But got our slot there, and that's supposed to line up Okay, where am I going? Where's this at? Yeah. No. On the right side. Yep, okay. It's okay right there. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause there's the lines here. And there's the silhouette up there, yeah. So, okay. Yeah, there's the ones we're trying to line up with. Okay. So, plenty surface area here for us to get. Okay. Maybe that corner there. Over here. Nope, didn't hit those. Didn't go that far down either. Okay. I don't think. That's about right. I didn't need to hit most of this thing. Let me get a swab out and take that off and clean this off. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to set that aside. Let that glue dry. Lay it down flat-ish. And back to where I meant to be a minute ago. Skipping a page. Okay, did that. Okay. Now, back to where I want to be. Sort of the same situation. Get you. That goes in. The back. This is our front. And we've got our little indicators of where we're supposed to line up with there and there. So we're going to get something that's sort of like that. Okay. Getting the hang of this now. I hope. So I thought it was this one, yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Yeah. Well, got the right one this time. Maybe not. That way. Alright. And again, a little extra in the middle here. Need to slow down so I can make sure I put the glue in the right place. That's I think going to be integral to making this work. Okay, but then this little guy goes through here. On the back. And get our tree back in. Go. Onto that one. think you can tell how much faith I've got in this glue by how much I'm moving this stuff around already. Well, getting pretty good canopy going in our tree. I say that. I say I'm still that, you know, it's not that coating on there. It's not a pearl coat. It's sort of like a, almost got like a copper tint to it. I know it doesn't. I don't think it. I can't. It doesn't really show on camera. Like you can see, sort of see right in there. It's sort of that. It's not clear, but it is clear. It's an interesting texture. But I'm gonna put you back down and see what I'm doing next. Building another branch. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we can tell. I'm starting to see the patterns. The back side has the silhouettes, and the front side has the little notations. That also tells us which is front and back on this one too. So that's okay. Figuring out their method. So yeah, so like this. And I say I'll try and pay attention this time. So you're here. You are there. Okay. These are easy because they got the white sections to sort of know where it's supposed to be. Swizz around. And just so. Right. Yep. Overcorrected. Alright, I think we're good on that one. Okay. Now, take my time and look this time. Make sure I'm doing correctly. Okay. So, this one's pretty solid, but we're going all through there. Here, and over here. Not much on that section. There. Just barely on the corner of that one. Through here. Doesn't look like there's much to this one as far as surface area, just there and there, so just, yeah, so I'm gonna, just a touch up there. This guy. Okay. so go in here. That's actually flush. Okay, so we got 2. You go on this side, right into those 2. Okay. Okay. Moving into more of the 3rd dimension now. Oop. Didn't knock anything off, did I? No, it's stable. Okay. Alright. Okay, now what am I doing? Okay, get to set this one aside because we're working on the other side of our tree trunk. Time flies when you're having fun. Didn't realize I'd done hit that 30-minute mark. But we're back into, let's say, sort of the same for the printed in there. Let's see here. Yeah. It does make it easy when they put the numbers on the pieces. So, 3. We're still, I'm assuming, still going to the outside with our little stud piece there. Okay, it's this one. Five. Yeah, skipping one, so yeah. Sure, we do the same thing like we did before with going on the other side. In fact, I think I started on the back side. Yep, I did, as a matter of fact. Okay, that's alright. All has to be done. 37, make sure I'm... 8. All the way to the bottom, so we're actually skipping 2 on this one, okay. Then, these guys, the other side. This said, if I'd done this one first, it would have been easier because they are circled, so you know for sure which one's which, and then on the back they're the ones that don't have stuff in them. Alright. Where'd my... Okay. And once we get that done, to bring these guys in and make sure I'm facing the right way. So we got this guy is on the front side, so that way, and that, yeah, we got the tabs up here to line up in with our here. That goes in there, so that way to check, make sure it's in the right place. And like that, we got this situation going. Sort of stands up. Cool. That's nice. Now, set you aside. That makes basically page 8.5, so we're closing in on the page 9 that I was hoping to get done tonight. So I think that'll be a reasonable time frame for us. So we're starting off obviously on the blank side for our base. These guys go around the edges. And an accordion bit around the front here. We're going second. Start off on the second one. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Those things, even though I've done bunches of them, those things still intimidate me. Just wood's not supposed to bend like that, even if it's made to. Now we got all the goodies here. So 7s are labeled. These guys are for after a while. Recognize them. Got one F5 and F3 and I wrote 6, so those are 6. I wrote it brown pen, so barely see it on there. I wrote it on there, know which one is which. So these 3 are all F5 and you're F3. So F3 goes in the big blank spot here. F5s and our corners. Bases situated. Alright. And F6. Nice and solid. F7s times 2 in here. And here. And these guys are for securing our tree in place. So it's time to drop it in. And we got 1, 2, 4, 5. So which one's which, evidently? Okay, yeah, there's 4, 2, 5. So 5 here, 4 here, 2. And so you must have 1 written on. Yeah. So which ways? Get them into the proper slots. Dropped in. Ooh. And these guys are, make sure it stays locked in place there. And yeah. Alright, so just like that, our tree is taking shape. Alright. Cool. And I think that's long enough for tonight. That seems like a good place to stop once we get the tree situated. Gotta, we're doing adding all the little bits for, I'm trying to go back and make sure none of them slid too far out of place. Looks like they all stayed where I put them. I'm saying there's probably nothing wrong with using these little glue tabs or whatever you want to call them, but it's just very tedious to peel each one off and twice and get them, make sure they work. And I'm not, I don't know that they'll be permanently. I was thinking, okay, odd that the decorative rounded bit is on the back. So that's going to be probably the least visible side. I wouldn't think of that. Just something I just noticed there. But like I was saying, I'm going to call it there. I think good progress. Good. I think that's going to be a fun little kit to build. Looks like lots of fun details in our final thing. Got windows and doors and baskets and who's-its and what's-its and doodads. yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one all comes together. It's hard to believe that this is going to turn into that. But it will eventually. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel if you want to see me do experiments a couple of times a month. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that will be the playlist for this whole build once I get more than one video. See you tomorrow.